where yesterday there was a bombshell report regarding Ole Miss's head coach, Lane Kiffin, someone we're very familiar with here in Palm Beach County, specifically former FAU head coach, Lane Kiffin. Well, apparently it was leaked that Ole Miss brass has seen Lane Kiffin flirt with different destinations after this year. The LSU job's open. The Florida job's open. There have been flights taken by Lane Kiffin's family at those destinations. We saw the Florida Ole Miss game. The talk around that game wasn't the game itself, but whether or not Lane was going to be coaching against his future team. According to reports, Ole Miss has given Lane Kiffin an ultimatum. They said, either lock yourself down here long term, or we will play our playoff game without you. You have until the Egg Bowl to decide, which is Black Friday, November 28th, a week from Friday.
You see Lane Kiffin got on the Pat McAfee show and denied this. He said, yeah, that's absolutely not true. There's been no ultimatum, anything like that at all. We're having a blast. I love it here. Our running back's sitting right over here. So he tried to downplay the ultimatum.
These are two different people that made two different reports, by the way.
One was on it.
Yes. Yeah. One said he's got a week's time. One said the 28th, which means these guys didn't get their information from each other.
Yeah.
They had different leaks with similar stories with different details, which I think gives it more merit.
I believe that it is a real conversation that was had. Now, was it proposed as a real ultimatum, or did they say, hey, we would like an answer by this date? That's the question. But what I will say is it is a very thin, there's no man in college football with more leverage and power right now than Lane Kiffin. He's the face of college football, and he's the most wanted coach on one of the most open and delectable job markets that we've seen in quite some time, with the amount of openings that there are, multiple in your own conference. If they levied an actual ultimatum, it is paperweight thin. It is not, there's no
You think they're bluffing?
No. They might even be serious, but the issue is he has too much power for that to mean anything to him. Let's just say, for instance, he doesn't give them an answer by the Egg Bowl. This is the first time Ole Miss will ever make the 12-team playoff, and you're likely not making it without him. Are you really going to bench him? You're going to suspend him for the playoff if y'all make it?
Yeah. What are your players going to say?
They have no power. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. Your only real power is to offer him another expensive extension. If you want him to act, the only other way to get him to fold to the request of the other schools is to pay up. Pay up or shut up if you're Ole Miss. And I know they've already paid up multiple times, but 6 seasons at Ole Miss. Kiffin's 54-19. 4 double-digit win seasons in 5 years. That's more than the program has had in the past 50 years. Oh, yeah, sure, you're going to get rid of that guy. Because he hasn't given you you're going to wait. I would say this. If you're in Oxford right now, if you're an Ole Miss booster, athletic director, part of the staff out there, I know it doesn't feel good to hear this, but you are going to wait on bated breath until that man gives you an answer, because you ain't got no other option. You ain't got no other option, and you are Ole Miss. I don't want to be the bad guy here, and I know that there's a proud Ole Miss faithful out there that would act as if that they're big and bad these days. He made y'all into that. Just like Clemson, y'all are going to wait on that man that made y'all relevant. Stop playing.
Yeah, I'm a big Lane Kiffin guy. I think he's a very funny dude. I wasn't even living down here when he was the coach down here, so I don't have that bias of covering the guy, so then having appreciative, just a heart for him.
Everybody out here loves him. When you meet him, I guess you love him. I haven't met him.
Right. I think he's good as gone. I do not think any good relationship can withstand an ultimatum, whether it's in love or in business.
Lane said there was no ultimatum. But then again, if you're like boss or your significant other, or if anybody in your life gives you an ultimatum, you're not going to go out publicly and admit that you have an ultimatum over your head. You're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe Lane's doing right by his players by not admitting this is true right now.
Yeah, because that would look bad on the university, honestly.
There are also conspiracy theories from people that are saying this is Ole Miss playing theater. and they want Lane Kiffin to flirt with other schools like LSU and Florida, making it look like Lane Kiffin chose Ole Miss over those two powerhouse brands, football programs that have a winning history. They chose the Rebels. That's how big of a program we are. During the week of the Egg Bowl, which is their biggest regular season game of the year.
The only reason why I don't believe that to be true is because the only way that they would feel that confident to be putting out leaks like this and to allow it be known that they have an ultimatum and that he chose Ole Miss would be if he already has promised them that he's choosing Ole Miss. And I don't think that happens without more money, right? Like, that's the only way to get coaches to stay. Dan Hurley flirts with the Lakers, gets an extension. Multiple college football coaches saw the openings this year and got extensions immediately. Mike Elko got the extension. Who was that out there?
Jeff Brom with Louisville.
Jeff Brom got it with Louisville.
Matt Rule in Nebraska.
Never leaving. Matt Rule in Nebraska. See, like, that's the only way to actually get guys to stay.
Yeah. I guess they'd and whatever price Ole Miss is willing to pay, I'm pretty sure LSU can definitely match or beat that.
If it turns into a bidding war between LSU, Florida, and Ole Miss, so long Oxford.
Yeah, you showed up to a poker table that you are the poorest person at.
You ain't got the chips. And even if you do push them out of their chips, they got more where that come from. They're gonna slide over there and buy more in.
They've got credit at that casino.
Yeah.
Like they will lose until they don't.
Yeah.
Like that's like the Dana White thing. Like he plays until he wins because he has unlimited credit at these casinos, which of course he's in the red, but that's what he won't say.
I will say this too though. If Lane Kiffin does stay, I didn't need to hear about this quote-unquote reported ultimatum to know that he chose Ole Miss over those programs. It is clear those programs want him. It's also clear that any of them will write whatever check he wants to get him. If he stays at Ole Miss, that's all the proof I need that he chose Ole Miss. The theater of mind of putting out a leak about a certain, ultimatum and a date, that wouldn't change anything for me. Like, I would be surprised if he stays at Ole Miss.
Yeah, this sealed it for me. Again, I think that this is a relationship. I don't think this is all a gag. I think you're really jeopardizing
They're getting desperate.
Yeah, your entire school's reputation by pretending this is all real without it actually being real. It's an unnecessary risk. I think Lane Kiffin is going to be a coach elsewhere in 2026.
If you're him, would you want LSU or Florida?
He's a Florida man. I think he's a Florida guy, more so because of fit and less so because of ability to win a national championship.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
I like Lane in Gainesville as well.
Next stop.
We're going to GameStop. Remember GameStop?
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a big deal back in the day. Now you can just download games to your Xbox or your PS5. You don't really need to go in person anywhere. And apparently GameStop knows this because they announced that December